I was wondering what is the best thing I can do or say that will contribute to every one of you. So, as you know that in the EMC, we are always working on the mind and the body and the emotions. Okay, we are also working on how we allow ourselves to be influenced so easily by external circumstances. So today we'll talk about one thing which we do, and we do it very often, almost all the time actually. So anything that is said or anything that happens, we immediately have an interpretation of it. Okay? Our own interpretation. If somebody smiles at you, you may automatically smile back or not. Yeah, so if somebody is walking on the road and they smile at you just because they're happy to see you, and your interpretation is, why is this person smiling at me? Then what kind of a reaction will there be? So, in different situations with different people, you see how automatically your interpretations come up. If they empower you, wonderful. I'm more concerned about how they might disempower you. Your boss calls you, come to my cabin. You get an interpretation immediately in your head. Oh my God. What you're saying to yourself basically will be your interpretation, right? Now what does he want? I hope he hasn't found out. Then when you walk into his cabin, are you going to be in a very, very peppy frame of mind? So, someone close to you, they might even live with you, and they said, hey, listen. They just said one word, hey, listen. So no. And katak goes your interpretation. So we have this extraordinary tendency to take everything and complicate it with our own thinking. And most of our thinking is based on what? Facts or interpretation. There's a difference between fact and interpretation, right? A fact is a fact. You may interpret it whichever way you want. So, I'd like you to introspect a little bit. How do you or when you have had an interpretation with someone very close to you, which caused an upset or an argument? When was the last time you had an interpretation with your boss which caused you to get upset, but you dared not argue with him? I'll come to you, Reddy Garu. Hang on. When was the last time someone in your close family, they said something and you had some interpretation in your brain and you reacted and you did not like the consequences very much? So keep thinking about that.
Sir, it happens most of the time with my daughter.
So you have an interpretation and you have a particular response from that. And you notice also that it might also be coupled with the judgment that immediately follows, or your interpretation might have to do with a judgment you have about this person.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And it's a very strongly held judgment, and you're not probably willing to give it up.
Yes, sir.
Because you have a lot of facts.
Facts as per my reality.
That is true. But all of those facts are from early, many, many years ago, right? They never
Yes, sir.
change.
Yes, sir.
And somehow, and I'm telling you something, Redikaru, I have learned one thing in my life. If you believe something, it will happen. Okay? So if I believe that somebody is a stupid person, they will always do something, and my interpretation always will be, see, they are a stupid person. And then it becomes a reality.
True.
Also remember one more thing, and this is for everyone, that listen, when you are relating with someone, are you really relating with the person who's there now? I mean, my son who is now 50 years old is not the same son who was there when he was 25 years old. But most of my judgments and my interpretations are there even from before he was 25 years old. And I still carry them. Of course, now I've learned, the tools that I use. I'm in allowance, so I see that person as he is now, rather than seeing that person as he was. After all, fellows, you have all learned from your experience, and you have also grown from your experiences, right?
Yes, sir.
So if you all have grown from your experiences, it is logical to believe that the other persons in your life also have learned from their experiences and grown. But we still see them the same. Interesting, isn't it?
Yes.
So think on that.
Okay, sir.
Are you going to allow yourself to see this person as who they are today, not who they were 5 years ago or 10 years ago or 15 years ago? Okay, anybody else? Try and recall the interpretation that you have, your judgment that you have with the person, and this has been there for a long time and you refuse to let go of it. And whatever they do, your interpretation will be, see, they are like this. See, they don't care for me. See, they don't respect me. See, they this. And somehow, we forget something very, very basic, don't we? You know what is that something basic that we forget? Whatever it might be, you are already related. And the purpose of that relationship is what? To support each other, to empower each other, and make each other stronger. So with this kind of interpretations or this kind of judgments also that you have with these people, will you be able to support each other? Empower each other? Will you be able to make each other stronger? See, sometimes making someone stronger might even require you to say, hello, bye-bye, thank you very much. You're not going to get anything from me ever. But interestingly, we won't do that either, no? Because the relationship is important for you. Sometimes it might, empowering someone might even involve telling them, okay, listen, if you don't like anything I'm doing, get out of my house. Don't live here. But you won't do that either. So then my question is, if you wish to really empower each other, support each other, then will it be useful to have positive interpretations of their words and actions? Which one is better? To have positive interpretations that will empower you. I don't like to use the word positive, I'll say empowering interpretations. Or would you continue to have your disempowering interpretations? When you have an empowering interpretation, it empowers you as well as the other person. When you have a disempowering interpretation, it disempowers you as well as the other person. No? Do you have a choice or not? It's your choice to choose the interpretation that would empower you. Somebody got angry with me, and I say, they always get angry with me, they hate me. Or you can say, they love me so much. That is why they are saying this. Or you can say, somebody keeps on coming and asking you for something, or advice or whatever, and your interpretation is, when will they let me off the hook? Why can't they stand on their own feet? What is an empowering interpretation? They respect me, they care for me, they depend upon me. That is why they come. You have a disempowering interpretation about that person, which is, they never listen to me, they never listen to my advice. What is an empowering interpretation? Empowering interpretation would be, it's great that they come to me, no? So they have some respect and they see some value in coming to me. Is there something I can do better in my way of communicating with them that they listen to me? So, useful to acknowledge there is always an empowering interpretation. It won't harm you. To choose an empowering interpretation, will it harm you? So let us say, now we are talking practical, mostly we talk practical over here on this empowering morning conversation. So tell me, what disadvantage do you see by choosing an empowering interpretation? So this thought might come, no, if I always choose an empowering interpretation, I might be at a loss. Really? Give me one situation. So those who are going to be watching this online, you can put your comment in the comment box and I will reply to you immediately. Tell me one situation in which you chose to have a powerful and positive interpretation and you think that might be harmful to you by choosing a powerful interpretation. Question is clear, everybody? If you choose a positive interpretation in that particular situation, will it harm you? If you have any doubt on that, anybody who wants to raise your hand or put it in the comment box, do it. Tell me.
Sir, I think it is not possible that we can get any harm if we empower each other person, because by default, I think when we empower someone else, we can empower ourselves also.
See, there is a situation, okay?
Hmm.
In that situation, you can choose a powerful interpretation of somebody's actions,
Yes.
empowering interpretation,
Hmm.
or you can choose a disempowering interpretation. Correct? My question is that in that situation, if you chose an empowering interpretation, will it be harmful to anyone?
Cannot be. It just cannot be.
It just cannot be, right?
It just cannot be, because I'm saying reason also, because when we empower someone else, we get empowered ourselves. And when we are in empowered state, we cannot do any harm to ourselves.
I'm talking about having an interpretation of their words or actions.
Sir,
Okay.
what I'm saying is if we interpret their actions in a empowering manner,
Ah,
it just cannot harm us.
absolutely.
That's not
Absolutely.
possible. And
Absolutely. Then, thank you so much, Komodo sir. Then the question comes, why is it that we are so prone to jump to a disempowering interpretation and get upset and upset the other person also? We do it, no?
yes, because somehow we get the habit of reacting in an impulsive manner.
Without even realizing what is the
Yes,
interpretation making you do that.
yes, sir.
Great. Thank you so much. So that was Kuldeep ji's answer. And thank you very much, Kuldeep ji. My question to everyone is, think on it. In any situation, if you chose a empowering interpretation, would it be harmful to you? Like Kuldeep ji said, no, it won't. Then my question is, why is it that you always automatically respond from a disempowering interpretation and you keep doing that? Why? Is there any interest in disempowering yourself, making yourself upset, making the other person upset? Yes.
Sir, my take on this is our interpretations are indicators, not about whom we are doing. It is about who we are. It is always interpretation reveals me, not the other person.
Okay. But that still does not answer my question. Huh? What it does is it reveals you, I agree. It has something to do with how you see yourself. Correct. My question is, when you know that it is disempowering for both of you,
Yeah.
when you know it is not letting you be
Yes.
at ease, why are we always using the negative interpretation? I'll come to you, Sentil. You got what I'm saying? We keep choosing that one, no?
Correct. Exactly.
So, what are we trying to prove to ourselves? You got what I'm saying? Petri, we still do it, no?
If there is a disempowering interpretation, there is certainly a space to work on ourselves.
That is true. Great, thank you. Chantil. And then Hasina ji after that.
Yes, sir. So I recently had such a situation, especially with a very close family member. And later I was, in fact, wondering why I did that. And exactly the reason which I could find out is that it is purely my judgment. I didn't see it as a point of view. And I didn't sit quiet. We discussed it further. And then it was purely, it was confirmed that it was my judgment. And as you said, people change over years. I have been seeing the person as still a child. Now, even though he is again 22 or 23. So, I think whatever the attachments or the values or the belief system which I have built over time, it becomes our enemy, sir. For that question which you asked. We are so embedded some of the values and beliefs that this can't be right.
That is why I always do that clearing, no? What have you made so vital, so valuable, so real about your judgments, your conclusions, and your decisions that will never allow you to have the great relationship that you can. And it will keep on making you interpret things the way you do. So somewhere I think we want to prove ourselves right.
Yes.
Great. Thank you so much. Yes, Hasina ji.
Sir, it all depends on the relationship with you, what you have with the other person. When you don't have a very good relationship, immediately you start interpreting in a negative way. Approach only that way.
But interesting. Ask yourself a question. Because of this type of interpretations that you have, is that
Yes.
why you don't have a good relationship with that person?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you had empowering interpretation, you'd have a great relationship with that person, isn't it?
No. When you even try to have, when you decide that you don't want to interpret in negative way, the other person doesn't realize that this time she's not interpreting negatively, but she's taking standard.
Stop, Hasina ji. If you are not interpreting negatively, your actions will not be negative, no? There are some actions which are triggering. I mean, after all, they are also interpreting your actions coming from the past, no?
Yeah, yes.
They have made up their mind in the past that, oh, Hasina ji is like this only.
Yeah.
So it'll take them some time to give that up, right?
Yeah, but when you try to do otherwise, maybe they don't believe because they've never seen you that way.
True, it will be like that in the beginning. Take some time, no?
Okay.
Suppose you tell me something. If somebody suddenly becomes very nice with you, what's your interpretation? Why are they being so nice now? What do they want? Or the other one will be, let us see how long it lasts. They will go back to their old ways very soon. Isn't it?
Yeah.
So you have to be a little patient, no?
Yes.
So that we can. So thank you very much, everybody, for being there. And it will be a very big support if you subscribe. Press the bell icon, please. If you do that, we will be able to send you notifications, tell you about new videos that we are offering. Thank you. Thank you very much for being there.